morning, everybody. So apologies, you get the English person now who only speaks one language and one language not very well either. So apologies for that. Really looking forward to talking with you today, and really just firstly say thank you. Thank you for giving up the time to join us today to hear a little bit about the vision, positioning, shaping, the why behind Qlik. You have given your trust in understanding that how Qlik can help you better get the value out of data, help your organizations be more agile, understanding the complexities in which the world in which we live in, and the choices you make around data. So my name is Ted Orme. I'm Phil's CTO for data integration. Actually, I've been here quite a few years, over 25 years, but actually it's through acquisition. I came out of the Attunity acquisition through CDC, and within Qlik we have these two business units, the data and the analytics business units. But ultimately, in this world of AI, bringing these worlds together, this really is where Qlik are unique in the market, being able to drive value in this modern world of agentic and the modern world of AI. And so what we're going to do is walk you through a story about understanding about the changes in which the tech landscape in which we're working in today. But ultimately here, things are moving fast, aren't they? Things are moving fast around LLMs. Which frontier LLM is best? Is it going to be this model or that model? Understanding the world of tokens around GPU opposed to CPU, understanding the costs associated with AI. These are all challenges in which we're having to face. And every single conversation in every single boardroom at every single senior level is around what are we doing? How are we meeting the challenge? How are we exploiting the opportunity of AI to do more? And the dramatic change that is coming very, very fast. But ultimately, how can we leverage that change? And Qlik are unique in the industry because everything that we've done that brings us to this opportunity now means that we are in the right position to take the most opportunity out of that. The decisions we made around bringing together integration and analytics, and the technology platform that we have within our analytics portfolio, the associated engine, the understanding that if you've been using the Qlik View to Qlik Sense and the green and the gray, these are the technology stack that is perfect now for this wave of opportunity around AI and agentic. And ultimately, we could do some buzzword bingo about agentic, MCP, about using Claude or using OpenAI or ChatGPT. There's one more on here that has not really been discussed. It's around tokenomics. I think tokenomics is going to be a phrase that will come into the dictionary now that will be used in almost every conversation at the board level about CFOs, about CEOs. How are you using AI to generate value within your organizations? And this is really where understanding the complexities of using AI and driving that at scale within your organization is really going to make the difference. And this is again where Qlik are unique in the industry. We have not spent billions of dollars fighting the AI wars. Which model is best? Which is it Microsoft or is it GCP? Is AWS or now are the Chinese coming with their models going to be better than all of us? We are not investing in that because we are independent of the platforms of choice, independent of the AI, but it's all about trust and context. It's all about the foundation to make the relevant investments that you are building, giving you context and driving value out of the platforms you're building today. And this is really where we want to help you understand how you can leverage the technology and help you make those right choices and the platforms that we build and the technology that we deliver today. So let's understand where we sit and understand where Qlik is unique in the industry, where Qlik really has, in the modern context, used to be their phrase around IP or technology moats, understanding where is our uniqueness in the industry, that if we embrace AI and we embrace this new way of working, you will get the benefits of all of the investments you have already in your Qlik platforms and in the applications that you've built today. And this is really where it's not a fair advantage, meaning you already have made those investments. You already have the technology at hand to be the next wave of AI. And this is really where I've often sort of seen organizations, are you a Qlik developer? Are you a Qlik partner or a Qlik developer within an organization? You can now change your job title to be an AI engineer. And this is really where we're helping organizations really drive value out of the investments that they've already made in Qlik and understanding, navigating these worlds of AI to do more with data, to do more with the MCP, to do more with the AI platforms that are coming to helping you get value out of the data that you hold today. And we break this down into a couple of different contexts. But ultimately, there are a lot of different customers that we sell to directly. And I'm more than happy to have one-on-one conversations with you all day. I'll be here to help you, whether or not it's in finance and banking and insurance, whether or not it's in retail or manufacturing, life sciences, or in the telco space. I was actually at British Telecom just last week in their launch of cloud and bringing the whole of their investments in Qlik to a newer persona, a newer driver of AI built on the platforms they already have, built on the applications they've already built, and now driving new insights, that next level of AI, the next question on top of the data that they own. And this really is the takeaway we want to try and give you today, the message where you can take away and understand the hard part is already done. You've already built a platform on Qlik. You've already built applications in Qlik Sense, with the QVD layers, with the context built in. You've already built the trust in your data, and now you can move on to that next wave to exploit the power of AI, to have that AI assistant on your shoulder to do more, to ask that next question, to get that more insight out of the data. We're going to drive a lot more you're much more then closer to that agentic vision than you think. And you'll see in the demos, you'll see in the technical teams that come on and show you the product in more detail how you can use our tools already in production to help you on that wave to do more with data. So where does it all start? It all starts with the foundation. It all starts with are you ready for AI? Do you have the right trust? Do you have the right context? Do you have the foundations in order to build and drive value out of the analytics and the AI and multi-agentic framework that is coming? And this is really where you'll see these three words repeated over and over and over today, for good reason. Context, trust, and freedom. I was at the Gartner AI event in London about a month ago, and in their keynote session, they also led with context, trust, and they called it ROI, return on investment, return on an infrastructure and the like. And they called context as the new king, and trust is the new currency for AI. And where Gartner were calling these out as challenges, Gartner were calling them out as potential pits that you need to avoid in order to drive value. Where from our perspective, these three words of context, trust, and freedom are the foundations that make Qlik unique in the industry, where we leverage and bring real value into these words to drive the platforms that we're building, to drive the applications and the use cases today. So as such, let's break this down in a little bit more detail. So firstly, context. Now, context around AI is critical to understand whatever industry you're living in today, what you're working in today. I was going to say things like, if you understand what is the risk to the bank, the risk to the bank is very relevant if you're in a financial organization, if you're a bank, you need to understand, do you have the right leverage, do you have the right money in the bank? But if you're working in ecological industry, the risk to a riverbank for erosion is very, very different. Context needs the right data in the right format. It needs the right data that has both semantics and knowledge behind that. And as such, this is really where the strength of Qlik is highlighted from day one. 30 years ago, Qlik were an analytics company. For visualizations of dashboards from Qlik View to Qlik Sense. And the power, the engine within Qlik is the real differentiator here. Whereas before, we used to sell just analytics, and we used to compete directly with sort of Power BI and Tableau, which were quick SQL engines. What they are is they're asking a simple question. how many sunglasses have I sold to men in London in this postcode? That's a really simple question. But now, when you get to the world of agentic and AI, agents are asking hundreds, thousands, millions of SQL questions across the data. And it does not scale. It will fail. It will cost you huge amounts of money to have that interaction with an AI and agentic vision. And this is really where the Qlik engine is unique in the industry, because it gives you that context. It gives you the flavor to understand that data and is built specifically then to drive value in a multi-agentic world. And this is where Qlik are launched, and you've probably heard this now, are Qlik Answers. Qlik Answers is our natural language framework that sits alongside our portfolio. It's a natural language conversational sort of gateway into the platforms that we've built. And you'll see now throughout the presentation this agentic vision. Now, what does that mean? We have these agents. You'll see from the technical teams when we come on and show you the demos, we have multiple agents that we have built that through Qlik Answers interface and drive value on top of our platform today. But Qlik Answers is that one point of contact where you can have a conversation and get insight out of data. And really, this is where we're also now launching at the end of this year a new semantic model to sit on top of your data. So as opposed to it being directly within the business, we're bringing a semantic model directly into the platform so that when you say churn or when you say product or you say sales, context across your applications give you insight over and above just a simple single application to drive value to the organization today. So context is the first differentiator. Context is where we have uniqueness in the industry, where we can really help you get value out of data. And when you build these agents, agents need to know that context to give insight. The second layer is trust. Trust is, as I say, the new currency. Trust is built into our products to truly understand the value of what we're building today. And trust is built upon multiple areas within the products and portfolio. Data products is our gateway solution that sits between our integration and analytics. A data product came out of the industry of a data fabric to a data mesh. It used to be fashionable sort of 4 or 5 years ago where the data mesh is owned by the business and the fabric is owned by IT to deliver the data to the business. And the product became that interface between IT and the business. Now the data products methodology is central to our Qlik platform, where IT can help you deliver the products, but the business ultimately are building products to truly understand the value, the KPIs out of data. And this is really where data products living on top of the QVDs and the applications that you've built and used today is helping organizations truly get value out of data. And now in the agentic world of AI, AI needs to understand what is the right data. Where can I find that data? What is the lineage within that data? And have a trust score, an AI trust score that sits on top of the data to give you insights that is this the right data to answer the questions that I want to answer in an AI world. And the second part of trust is coming to what we call our open lakehouse. An open lakehouse is where the industry trends has gone around Iceberg. Iceberg is the format, is the data format for open table formats that keep data independent of the platforms you're building today. We'll see this over and over where Qlik is differentiated in the market, where we are market leaders of analytics, market leaders of integration, and market leaders of data quality. There are 3 Gartner Magic Quadrants where we are leading today. And no other organization is a leader within these 3 Gartner Magic Quadrants: data integration, data quality, and data analytics. Those leadership roles within those 3 Gartner Magic Quadrants, Microsoft are not, IBM, Salesforce, Databricks, Snowflake, no other organization is a leader within those 3 Gartner Magic Quadrants. And they all come together within the platform, all come together where data products sit between IT and the business to deliver contextualized, trusted data that is now driving AI and these multi-agentic frameworks we're seeing in our organizations today. So what are these agents and how are we delivering value? There are multiple agents that you'll see from our analytics portfolio, but also now from the integration side of our portfolio, we have a whole suite of products, agents that are being launched just this month. So new agents around data pipelines, new agents around data quality, new agents that are driving value within our platform today. And we'll see much more of those later on as we launch the actual products, and you'll see those in action. But this is where the engineering side of helping organizations get value out of data is critical. So context, trust, and the third one, freedom. Freedom's a very, very emotional word, isn't it? It's very, it's driving. What does freedom truly mean from Qlik? And this really is where we're differentiating ourselves in the industry, because we truly believe that open data is the right way in which organizations are building these modern data platforms. We are not trying to convince you to give us all of your data and we'll just black box solve all of your problems. Integration and data quality is independent of our business analytics side of our portfolio. As such, the technology stacks that you're building and the choices you're making to maximize the value of an overall end-to-end platform, we are unique in the industry to help you on that journey. Whether or not you're choosing Microsoft and the semantic layers within Microsoft, whether or not you're on AWS or GCP, whether or not you're on Snowflake or Databricks, or one of the newer platforms like the sort of the iceberg platforms itself, we are bringing the data to those platforms, accelerating the value of those platforms, and then driving best-of-breed analytics on top of those. This is, no other organization is being open in this same way. And when we come to the world of AI, AI cannot be contained. AI cannot be withheld to say that which platform is better. Look, a year ago, Microsoft were by far the best AI platform out there. And then Anthropic and the world and AWS caught up. GCP and the Google Cloud is now winning the battle. But these are battles that are going left and right. Who knows who is going to win the overall AI battle? What we do know is by independence about making data available to whatever platform, that is going to be our uniqueness to help you get value. And all of the LLMs, all of these newer platforms are ultimately going to be the same. They're going to be commoditized. And this is where we see this next wave of small language models coming out, where we'll probably have small language models running on mobile phones and laptops now. They'll be everywhere. They will not be unique to the data platform. And as such, Qlik are making a big bet in helping you be independent of that wave of technology. We are the foundation to bring the data, and then you can drive business value out of that data. And this is the one slide. If there's one slide today, this is the only slide that you should look at and, I'll say, take a photo of, but we'll share these slides if you want them. What does this slide represent? This represents where we are making our investments and the why behind that. All of the agentics that you'll hear about today, the pipeline agent, the discovery agent, all the components that we are building, these are features within our platform on the left-hand side. And Qlik Answers is our one-stop shop, which is AI on your shoulder. Qlik on your shoulder, helping you do more with our platform. You're already using Qlik Sense today, building dashboards. We can accelerate that by helping you automatically create those dashboards and do more. You'll maybe using Qlik Predict. We can give you a new agent to accelerate the value of Qlik Predict, or a discovery agent to do more out of your data. Or you're from the integration side and you want to build pipelines. You want to ask questions of your data. This is where Qlik Answers is the framework that you come to have a natural language conversation with Qlik to accelerate the value of the platform. But, as my US colleagues would say, we want to go where the puck is going. You want to move and go where the industry is going. And all of this is around vibe coding, about Claude. Who's using Claude today? Claude Desktop, these are the engines that developers are using today. And this is really where our integration and working with MCP is critical. MCP is multi-context protocol to open up all of the value of Qlik to a newer persona, a newer engineer who's building and doing and driving value into an organization. And this is really where we see the industry going. We don't want to lock people into our platforms. We want to make everybody get the value, use our technology moats within the platforms you're building today. And this is the one slide that truly, we are doubling down on this to truly drive value into our enterprise customers, helping them do more with Qlik, help them build on Qlik to drive value into the enterprise. And as such, this is really where the freedom, the openness is critical. What we call here is about sovereignty. Sovereignty that we are We are both on-premise and hybrid in the cloud. We're not just on one cloud, but on multiple clouds or on multiple AI platforms. We are doubling down on investments running within the infrastructure, both on-premise and in the cloud. And ultimately, where sovereign AI has two phrases within it. The first part is about the sovereign data. Where is the data stored? Many of our organizations are not yet ready for the cloud and are running directly within the data center today, and we'll help them and meet them where they want their data within their platforms. And those organizations that are going to AI, we're doing a lot of work with Middle East and Africa and those regions where in UAE, it's the Falcon. Falcon is their LLM and AI for UAE. Or in Saudi Arabia, they have their own flavor. In the French, it's all about Mistral. French government is very wary of working with US software technology companies, and as such, they have a mandate that they have to use Mistral for all LLMs within the French government, within their organization. And we're working with them to meet them where they want to build these platforms. And we are doubling down on our investments to help organizations meet their technology choice rather than locking them into one platform where freedom is critical. So let's talk about the real world and where really organizations are today. We launched our agentic vision just earlier this year, and already we have over 1,000 enterprise customers that have just turned it on, enabled it. This is not then a new product they need to install. This is in production today within our SaaS platform that they are using our AI vision and our AI agentic platforms with on top of the data that they already hold today. And as such, they're driving massive value already out of the platforms they have today. You don't have to redo all of your applications. You don't have to start again with a new AI vision to drive value, helping your organizations. On top of the applications they hold, on top of the platforms they've already built, we can drive an agentic vision to ask that next question, to have a Qlik Answers experience on top of the data that they already hold today. And as such, working with some of the largest enterprise customers today, Ingersoll Rand have a huge Qlik estate and Snowflake. They're working directly with Snowflake and Cortex, and they're using Qlik as an analytics and integration platform and driving massive value to accelerate what they call their AI factory. AI factory is now an engineering team that spans all of the organization. Everybody is using AI. It's no longer just a small team that is driving this today. Every single employee has AI enabled within their organization to drive more business value, to accelerate the roles that they were already doing. And this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity now to understand, where are you on your journey? Where are you on driving innovation within your organization or within your partner organization? How can you step up to use AI to do more, to drive on top of the technology, on top of the use cases you already have today? If you're already using Qlik for an HR application, already using it for a supply chain application, already using it for some risk or pricing application, we can help you enable AI on top of that data with true context and trust on it to understand the value about doing more on top of data. And if you're coming from an integration background, this only accelerates that. We look at understanding an architectural pattern. And this is often, a lot of my time I'm spending selling to IT. And it gets very, very complex. We look at, what data do you have? Have you got SAP, you've got mainframe, you've got Oracle, you've got SQL Server, Postgres, all of these different database OLTP systems. Maybe you've got streaming technologies like Kafka and Kinesis or Event Hubs, or maybe some of it's on-premise and some of it's on the cloud, and you're building data quality and data cataloging technology that sits between that. Qlik have a huge breadth of portfolio that can help you drive value within the platforms you're building today. But we have very few customers that take all of this. All of these are independent components to drive value that work in an ecosystem that is ultimately where this agentic vision is going, where you need to collaborate across platforms. Our recent announcement working with ServiceNow. So you pick up a ticket, you do something with data, or directly on Salesforce, that data might live there, that you want to pull that in, do something with it, and deliver back again. These are the platforms that we're helping organizations get value. We are not locking you into one big green engine that does everything. Working with you, collaborating with you to help you get value, This really is where we're helping organizations. And this is really where I now need to pass on to some of the more technical people to truly understand what products we have today and where this multi-agentic vision is going. Today is all about us sharing that roadmap, sharing the value of how we're helping organizations. But you are in a unique position where today, tomorrow, the moment you get back to your organizations, you can do this, you can build this right now. This isn't products for next year. This isn't multi-year out vision. Right now, these agents are available for you to drive value on top of your platforms that you're building today. The technical team's now going to show you a little bit more. I don't know, maybe I can pass this over to you. And I look forward to talking with you more during the day. Thank you very much.